Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to continue with chapter 9. We're about to be more than halfway through the book, so for those who've stuck around for this much, thank you. I appreciate it. I walked a very extensive yet peaceful 10-mile hike back home, getting through my door right at 5 in the morning. Oversleep, I chose to smoke a bowl and got online to entertain my high. Signing into Photomag, I immediately noticed that Sky was online. Lurching forward with a disbelieving jerk, internal excitement erupted. I quickly sent her a message after several minutes of excruciating deliberation that had passed. When she immediately responded, I was at a sudden loss for appropriate words. Hey you, what are you up to? Nothing really, just got done smoking and figured I'd mess around online out of boredom. Funny, I'm currently smoking over here myself, just listening to music, laugh out loud. Nice. What type of music do you like? Well, since my father is a biker, he always had rock, alternative music on when I was a child. But I also enjoy a wide variety of R&B and hip-hop. I'm not always in the mood for rock music. I've recently struck interest in that new rap trap shit also. Seems as if Chi-Town has corrupted me, doesn't it? I feel you on that. I actually have a Tupac poster taped on my ceiling above my bed. Hell yeah. If I'm not smoking weed and listening to music, I'm usually out shopping, which is a horrible habit of mine. Ha. I even like to sing. It's therapeutic in a way, I guess you could say. I'm either working, smoking, or out with my main crew, getting into the madness we consider a good time. Where do you work? I work for a pool company here in Jersey. I recently just started a few weeks ago. It pays decently well too. What do you do? I bet it does. Hard work, I'd assume. And I'm in school for cosmetology right now at the Avita Salon in downtown Chicago. I really want to proceed further study along the lines of skincare. It just really interests me. I find myself taking mental notes about each individual thing Sky told me. I didn't know what I found so intriguing about this girl, but I was held in prison during each conversation we had. I was in love with the fact that we spoke about anything and everything as if we had known each other for years. It's quite different when you're getting to know someone across a screen full of pixels rather than the flesh. For all I knew, she could have been some perverted 40-year-old man looking for little kitties. But she was too damn sincere. And quite frankly, I didn't give two shits because I needed the stress reliever. For several nights in a row, we had made it a point to get online and talk for an extensive period of time before falling asleep. The following day, walking into work, Tiff looked up, but looked away rather quickly. I continued to stride on by and make my way to Mr. Rick's office. Tiff and I hadn't spoken in days, partially because I've been too caught up with getting to know Sky during our nightly herbal sessions. Also, I assumed that she was so upset over the whole Nikki situation. The sad part was, Nikki hasn't even gotten in touch with me lately. I guess Charlie had his choke chain tied down and secured. Dismissing my right to counsel for mutual understanding, Trent forced me into going back up to the lobby to give Tiffany the work order for our next project. I put my head down, walking like a child who had just received punishment. Here, I said dryly. She raised her eyebrows in disinterest to view the stack of papers. Thanks. I went to walk away and ended up turning right back around from the guilt trip that had punched me in the gut. That's it? That's all you're going to say to me? Tiffany sighed, shaking her head. What else do you want me to say, Melody? I don't know. You haven't tried getting a hold of me in like, what, a week now? I do believe communication goes both ways. You were upset, so I gave you your space. She rolled her eyes and laughed. Didn't you know that when a girl ignores you and doesn't come running to you first, that's when she wants you the most? I wanted to see if you'd break the silence first. And which you did, but in person she smiled. I raised an eyebrow, smirking. What else can I say? I'm unpredictable. I see that. Now get your ass back to work. She disdained humorously. Trent and I got 2 back-to-back jacuzzi installations, which took no time in finishing. That afternoon, I cashed my check at the same gas station Charlie and his minions left me for dead. I was having severe war flashbacks as I walked through the battlefield, heading inside the store. I couldn't help but to repeatedly look out of the front doors while standing in line. I raised my shoulders, cracking my neck, trying to mentally shake the worry away. Hurdle jumping into Trenton's truck, I gave the cab a firm smack as he sped off to Johnny's. Thankfully, he was inside his garage working on my motorcycle. It was nice having a friend who knew everything about vehicle mechanics. As long as I paid him with some side cash and drug paraphernalia, he didn't mind helping me out. "How's it coming, Johnny?" He looked up, bearing a cigarette between his teeth. "Yeah, very well. All I have left is to replace the rearview mirrors and get a new gas tank. Everything else is finished." I squatted down beside him, examining the nearly finished motorcycle. "It looks great, Johnny. Thank you so much." I pulled out half ounce of weed and a $100 bill. "Holy shit." He snatched it from my hand, tearing the bag open for a sniff. Closing his eyes, he deeply inhaled, letting out a sigh as he exhaled. "Smells like heaven in a Ziploc. Colton, roll some such a laces and doing a damn thing." While Colton and Trenton handled that, Johnny and I stood out front while he finished his cigarette. He was curious to know what happened between me and Tiffany. Leaned up against the brick wall, Johnny silently listened. "So this whole time you were fucking both Tiffany and Nikki? Nice, brother." He laughed, high-fiving me. "Yes, but I think Tiff is more upset over the fact that I wouldn't get rough with her in bed." "Hell yeah, I remember the stories about you and Nikki way back when. You two were some sick individuals." He shook his head, laughing. I gave him a playful shove. "Screw you, Johnny. In my defense, I find it impossible to pry your talons from my chest. Well, if you want to add me into your little sex triangle, we can definitely make it a Circle Homestead. I will gladly accept that invitation, hands down." "Are you being serious right now?" "Of course. I would do things to them so horrible a damn priest performing an exorcist would fail his attempt to withdraw my demons." I slapped him upside the head, walking back into the garage. Johnny curled up in his lap for a nap while he rocked in the recliner. "Ha! Watch this," he said, cupping one of her ears. Rose stared intently while he blew smoke into that poor dog's ear. He tilted his head back, laughing his ass off. "That is so inhumane, Johnny," Trent laughed. "But she'll be high as fuck," he responded. Sandy ended up disappearing somewhere outside within the hour. My guess was she was more than likely passed out after wandering the yard for hours aimlessly. As night fell across the atmosphere, we sat baked off our asses while playing video games. My attention was drawn until a random car rolled by with their headlights off. Johnny hushed our conversation, pulling out his Colt 45. He cocked it back, walking slowly out into the driveway, whispering for Sandy. The rest of us followed suit, creeping alongside of him. Once the sketchy uninvited caught sight of our silhouettes casting across the street, the car sped off, barely missing the stop sign from an overcorrected turn. Johnny called for Sandy once more, picking up his pace with eagerness to find her. Eventually, we were on the manhunt looking for his dog. I shined a flashlight on a large object that tripped me while I was running. Looking down, I then realized the object was Sandy, laying over with her eyes partially closed. "Guys," my voice shook. "Over here." The guys ran into one another, turning the corner of the garage to meet me. "Oh no!" Johnny's voice rose in frequency. He knelt down, picking her up to carry her into the lighting of the garage. Flopping down into the recliner, Johnny clutched her limp body tightly into his chest. "Do you think it's because I got her high?" Tears were rolling down his face. "Holy fuck, I thought she was just sleeping," Jacoby confessed. I ran my hand through my hair, feeling the pain swell inside my heart. "I don't believe that to be true," Colton said, kicking in an empty bottle of antifreeze. Everyone's jaw dropped at the sight of the volatile bottle of poison. I ran over, picking it up to glance over the warning label. "Johnny," my voice lowered. "Truth be told, this shit right here is odorless, but its taste is sweet to any animal, and the result always ends in, well, fatality." Johnny squalled even harder, repetitively saying no over and over again. I rushed over, hugging him firmly while he wept. Broke my heart, seeing my brother mourning over the loss of his dog like that. The following day, I was off from work and got everyone to meet me back at Johnny's to bury Sandy. He stood over the hole he dug, with her body morbidly covered inside of a black trash bag down inside. Johnny's posture remained prominently slumped, gripping a bottle of half-empty whiskey in his hand. He gave it a tip, pouring some over his deceased companion. "Raised you from a pup. Had you for 6 amazing years. You will avenge your... But I will avenge while you're here. And I will take care of what happened. And may those fuckers pay for what they've done. I love you, baby girl. Rest in peace. Johnny sniffled. He passed what was left in the bottle to each of us to take a respectful shot. It goes without saying who was responsible for doing it, so all we needed was a proper plan of vengeance. I'm gonna continue on another set for chapter 10.